Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is This Morning on ITV. Like I said before, it is going to be informative and, of course, educative in the sense that we'll take a look at some of the situation going on in our politics because, believe it or not, 2023 is around the corner. And I want to delve into the appointment of over 100,000 assistants to Rivers State's governor by the governor himself. He appointed them. People have been talking about it. First it was 14,000, all of a sudden 28,000, 50,000. They said it's going to be over 100. What is Wike's end game? That is what we want to take a look at. With me here in the studio, I have a political analyst and entrepreneur, a very vibrant youth. Join me to welcome Ojo Imafidon. Welcome to TMI on this edition.
Good morning, Wilson.
Yeah.
Good morning, listening viewers.
It's been like a month now, right, since you were here with me. I don't know by calculation, like a month or thereabouts. We're very, very busy, going about the politics.
I've not been around.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. Now, when the news spread to Nigerians that this is what Governor Nyesom Wike is doing, talking about bringing on board, at first it started with 14,000, then 28,000, we got to 50,000, now we're hearing over 100,000 appointments by Governor Nyesom Wike. When you first heard the news, what came to your mind?
When I read the news on, I saw it online at first.
Yeah.
I just laughed because I feel Governor Nyesom Wike, I guess he, should I say he needs help? Because the way he's acting recently to me is somehow.
Yeah, you said he needs help. That's why I choose to appoint over 100,000.
Like what I'm saying is the way he's acting. He's acting as if he's above everybody in River State, and I guess there's nobody in River State that can maybe probably advise him, because I guess he needs somebody that can advise him to kind of retrace
his step.
Because 2019, if I'm not mistaken, Governor Nyesom Wike promised the people of River State that he will give employment to about 5,000 unemployed youths. Till now, that employment, so as in 5,000 youth to civil service, which that was applaudable then. Till now, nothing like that happened. And if you look at Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, second quarter for 2020, if you look at the records, River State is the highest is the highest rank, number one rank unemployed state in Nigeria, with about 1.7 million unemployed youths. Now you giving special advisors to about 50,000 or so people in your state, knowing fully where you're living there within now till 7 months. What are they going to be doing till then? Then after then, these people will become jobless again. So I feel, because it's obvious this employment is giving up now, let me call it employment or appointment, is giving up now, it's obvious it's because of the general election.
General election?
Yes.
But so people are saying that it's in fulfillment of a promise he made to the youths of Rivers State. That was the reason I chose to up the game from 14,000, 28,000, 50,000, and now over 100. Some are saying that it has nothing to do with the politics.
We are all in this country. Governor Nyesom Wike has been there since 2019. So why now? He has about 7 months to go. So why are you giving the appointments now? Giving them the appointment is none of my business. But you know, most of these are politicians we have in this country. They keep taking us for a ride every time. Because to me, it does not make sense giving out appointments. Do you know how much real estate billions will be going through there every month till the election? So giving out appointment of about 50,000 people is that 50,000 people. If it's to give it, if it's to give them employment on the Rivers State Civil Service, do you know the economic value that would be for that state? Let's say from now till let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But you're just giving them political appointments because of. We all know it's for the election. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong or is right, but what I'm saying is whatever you're doing, do it properly. You don't do things as if you're an emperor. You don't do things because you are in charge. Because they said political power is, they say power is transient.
Transient.
You will live there someday. Let's say from 8 months from now, Governor Wike will be an ex-governor. He has really tried for Rivers people. Yes, he has really tried. In terms of infrastructure, I will give him kudos. Governor Wike is a political force in this country, I know for sure. Governor Wike has tried for the PDP. I won't dispute that fact. He has tried for the PDP, same way the PDP has also tried for him. That is fine. But you contested an election and maybe probably it didn't go your own way. You should have been patient. Because my people will always say politics. To me, the way I see politics is they'll say blow, boss, penny, go. That's from a layman point of view. Because if you can't get it today, be patient. Be patient. The masses are looking at you. We all see the obedient movement, eyes trending now. When Obi saw that it's not going to favor him in the PDP, he left. And he was lucky because majority of the youth, they are tired of this old system of politics that we've been experiencing or we've been practicing for a very long time. And the kid behind him. And today we all see how that movement has been doing. So, but for you to just be, because one of the key reasons why those things are happening, probably, I know it's because of our presidential candidates, who happens to be Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Yes, probably maybe this is his own bargaining chips because he has already safeguarded his own. But I just don't know why all these things are happening.
So now you are saying that it has a political undertone.
Of course it has.
It's all about showing strength.
Of course.
But what strength does it really have to show? It's been showing strength before. Why would you want to, like, expatiate or will I say build more foundation on the point he's trying to prove?
For now, before now, what Governor Wike has been doing was, these are politicians, let's say our leaders, probably in the PDP, they've already, the way he's acting, they've already seen this man like, the kind of people I respect in this world are the people that talk less. When you talk too much, people will take you for a ride. And he has not disappointed them really. As of yesterday, I saw it on news that on newspaper online, that he was in I think Spain, for a political meeting or so. The more you keep doing all these things, the more the people keep looking at you like you are not serious. And I feel for Wike, and I also pray for him that this route is taken, that it will not boomerang when the time comes. Because I remember when he donated about 500 million naira to the Sokoto State governor when they had fire incident in their market. I remember when Governor Wike and Governor Tambuwa were best of friends. I remember when even me that I'm here right now, I felt Tambuwa and Wike, they are
inseparable.
Yeah, they are inseparable. But on the dying minute, we all saw what happened at the PDP convention or primary, when Tambuwa came out openly to declare for his brother, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So what I feel for him is this. In all these 5 governors that have been doing their own meetings separately, the G5, as they call them. Governor Wike is the only outstanding governor there. Then followed with Governor Makinde of Ogun State. The remaining governors, like our brother Ikpeazu
Yeah.
from I guess Abia State, and Governor Otom. Those ones I don't see them as because if you look at all of them, there is only a Makinde that is going for second term. The rest have already completed their terms, and for me, I'm still suspecting Governor Otom in this their G5 group because Governor Otom is from Benue State. Our national chairman Ayu is from Benue State. I don't see any reason why somebody like Otom will work against his brother. And sometimes when you keep telling this man that Ayu is a northerner, because an average Benue man does not see himself as the brother to a Fulani man. And we from this southern part of Nigeria, when we call you a northerner, in our brain, we're talking about, we're looking at you as an Hausa Fulani man. That's why you see over here in the south, we call anybody that comes from the north Aboki. I don't know if you understand. So you telling everybody, and Governor Otom will be there telling everybody, yeah, Ayu is from the north, Atiku is from the north. Like probably you're telling them they are brothers. And Ayu brother is there with you. What makes you feel a time will not come than that somebody like Otom will also switch camp? That's one. What makes you feel Governor Otom is with you 100%? I see that I see that group as maybe probably Governor Otom might not even be should I say a snitch, or because I don't see any reason.
No, I'm going to tell him he is not a snitch, and we have a governor showing his own political strength, his own muscle from his own region. Some are saying that this move is intimidating, is to intimidate the PDP to know his relevance.
Of course.
How true is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and if it's true, like what you said, what is the effect?
What I'm saying is this: Rivers State is a rich state in terms of revenue and otherwise. Where I would have respected Governor Wike is if he's not spending Rivers money. That's where you know if these governors are following him, if they really like him, or they are just following him because he has a lot to
spread around.
dole out. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying Governor Wike does not have a right to be angry. I'm not saying he does not have a right to air his anger out. Yes. We all have our different ways of expressing our anger, which is fine. But what I'm saying is, I guess this is the time to come back to the drawing board and let's fix things. Because the opposition, the opposition parties that are even clapping for Governor Wike, I know they don't have this genuine likeness for him. I know they said the enemy of a friend is your friend. But Governor Wike, I guess is not an enemy to the PDP. Is not an enemy to our presidential candidate. Is probably this is his own way of getting whatever he wants. But you know, with the kind of politics we are playing now, I guess this way that is going as is moving on, I guess it's no more working again. This is old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned politics.
Yes.
So you mean empowering of this youth is old-fashioned?
No, it's not empowering them.
Yeah.
No, this is not empowerment.
Then what do you call this if it's not empowerment?
This is just how do I put it? Because if you are empowering somebody, at least from now till let's say a year, 2 years, the person would have been able to stand his ground, right? Financially.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but you have about 7 months to live. So what are you empowering?
What are you empowering? You know what? Want to go for a break or return? We'll continue with this discussion. Don't go away. We will definitely be right back. If you just joined us, this is This Morning on ITV. Do stay tuned. Okay. It's a live studio. You just caught us snapping. We're talking about some salient issues before you just caught us there. Yeah, it does happen. This is a live studio. Joining us right now in the studio, he is a former presidential aspirant of the APC, and of course, a Deputy National Youth Coordinator, APC Presidential Campaign Council. Jimmy, to welcome Dr. Nicholas Felix. Welcome to TMI. On this edition, appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me. Good to be here.
It's been like eons. Like, was it 4 or 5 years ago?
2018.
2018.
Was the last time I was here.
All right, all right, all right. As we're close to him, he is Bashir Kadri, once a labor activist, always a labor activist. For just thinking this to Africa. You see the response. Welcome, sir. A political analyst. I have so much respect for him. A political analyst, political affairs commentator, and of course, I like to call him also a human rights activist. Welcome, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's my pleasure all the time.
All right. And of course, there was one time permanent secretary, Minister of Agric. Yes. Those states. Yes, I will not forget that. And also, was it the secretary or president or thereabouts of Nigerian Labour Congress? There's a chapter.
I was the vice chairman.
Vice chairman,
Secretary
yeah, secretary.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, office upon office. And of course, I still have my amiable gentleman there, Ojo Imafidon, a political analyst, a dogged entrepreneur, a youth mobilizer. Appreciate you coming also. Thank you so much for coming, Ojo.
Thank you, Wilson.
All right. Now, we've spoken about Wike's empowerment, so over 50. Someone saying it's 100. Yes, you're not wrong. At first, it made it 14,000, and of course, 28, now over 50,000. People have been talking about it, or just spoke about it at length. But I like Bashir Kadri to really throw more light on this before going to what is happening in the campaign proper. Yes. What do you feel about this empowerment of over 50,000 SA by Governor Nyesom Wike?
Now, you've just told me empowerment.
Yes.
If you say empowerment, I won't have any issue with
Okay, fine. Appointment. That's the right word. Appointment.
Better.
Yes.
Now, for me, I do not understand.
Yeah.
First, if you ask me from my own layman perspective, I see it as a razzmatazz. It's like a theater. You know, and you know, Wike is a man who wants to drag attention all the time to himself, whether rightly or wrongly. Society would decide whether it was right or wrong. But for me, if he says I want to help them, to give them money, I don't have any quarrel. Many of them he has been doing that before. This is not the first time. So to bring it to begin to define special assistant or whatever, for me, is just a political theater. And Nigerians will see that as a political theater. That's my opinion for Nigerians. And that there's no reality in contemplating to have 50. To do what? Where are they going to serve? If you were saying service required to be paid for. So what service are they going to do? Are you organizing them to help you campaign to the direction you are deciding for the PDP? Are you deciding that you want to have your own army that will help you do what you want to do? What is your perception? You see, the issue is this, that when I say I want to appoint people, I must define what they want to do. You must what we call need assessment to qualify for what I want to appoint someone to do. Except otherwise, I just want to decide to say, let me do a drama, which I think he's doing. So for me, I'm not sure it's an issue. It's just a drama. As usual, Wike has a drama that he does. He has been doing that over time and time and time again. He has turned the PDP people into his own personal estate, and he decides who goes where and where they goes to. For me, as an activist, I see that as completely not acceptable. That could be his own opinion. But for me, he has a right to have an opinion. But whether the right is in tune with what we call morals and natural justice, a question. You have brought John Michael to become leader. You say you don't want him again. You brought that John Michael to become leader. You say you don't want him again. This is you allow democracy to flow so that everybody will have a way. On the issue of who he appoints, is his choice. But for me, I think this appointment, 50,000 people, is a razzmatazz.
Someone saying it's over 100 and said you can come soon if you want to do that. Just going outside the chatter box right now, his choice is an opinion. Now let's go to the matters at stake. Campaign has kicked off. The deadline has been reached, and every political party, they are bringing out their bests right now, their best statement, their best comment, their best rallies, and of course so many bests been given out. Though some have these hitches, but still they are working towards claiming that #1 seat. I want to start off with this campaign throttle, so to speak, with the opening speech of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know, was addressing his own people, the APC, some statements were credited. It was like, prosperity is here, peace is here, you just name it. And of course, Nigerians may misrepresent a particular phrase he used. Tell them to shut up and do your thing. Dr. Nicholas, I want to start off with, because you're a member of the party. I mean, what do you feel about all this?
Yes, once again, thank you for having me, and good morning to my fellow Nigerians. Now, that statement, clearly, he was speaking to us. He was speaking to the APC members and to those of us in the campaign. This campaign has started very, I'm trying to look for a perfect word to use, where people insult, calling out people's names, insulting people, the age, the health. For a while now, the issues that we really need to be addressing in the campaign has not been focused on. So what he was saying is, if people bring arguments, stay away from it, be quiet. Don't engage in such, activities. He went on a few days break to just take a break, which I think he really needed, because that man walks, I don't know how he does it. And it took just a few days to go and cool his head. People said he was dead. He was, oh, please. He's saying, let's not get involved. He came out, where he exercise. Everybody ought to exercise. We need to, keep fit. Before you know it, he's trying to prove a point. He's saying, let's not get involved. Let's not engage them. Let's be quiet. Let's get back to the issues at hand.
So was that the phrase "shut up" all about? Because Nigerians misrepresented that phrase right now. Shut up.
No, he's not telling Nigerians to shut up. When he's elected as president, he's going to be president whether you're a PDP member, you're a Labour Party, NNPP, doesn't matter who you are. So he wasn't speaking to fellow all Nigerians to shut up. He's saying, let's not get engaged. Let's not, when they bring this issue, there's no need going back and forth. When they talk about his health, his age, all of those issues that are not relevant, let's not get involved with that. Let's not engage them. Like if they hit low, don't hit low with them. Let's address the issues at hand.
All right. Bashir Kadri, you heard it. We're going to start from the APC before diving into other political parties. What do you feel about his comments?
Well, for me, you cannot define a man's comment apart from what he has told you is really the context of that comment. Because for every comment have a context, and that context is what we have to perceive. Incidentally, his campaign officer is here, who says the context within what was made was not for Nigerians, but for those of them who are going to drive the process. For me, I think that settles it. If he were not here, maybe I would just have said, maybe there was something out of context.
Yeah.
But the truth about the matter is that Nigerians should begin to look for people who have capacity, not people who denigrate, not people who call names, not people who insult. We have had insults so many years back. I must confess to you that as far back as 1979, I've been in this country. I was in this country in the 60s as a small boy. So I can tell you for free some of the political trends that have been making the difference. For me, I do not think that we should now begin to go into small talks. Nigeria is growing. At 62, we are a different country entirely from when we were 20. And we need to think like people in the 60s. And the second thing I want to say is that the politicians should please help us and help our psyche. Help us to understand that there are moral content even in politics. That is not just all about say what you want to say, but because you morally consider that particular item is ideal for us to go. Children are watching, they are learning from what we say and what we do. Like I told somebody the other day when I was doing a talk show, I told them that what you say, where you are found, and what you do are significant items for somebody else watching you as a small boy to learn from. If you want to be a mentor, what you say, what you do, where you are found are fundamental. So if you are making statements, recognize that statement you are making, it's not just to your own people, but people are watching you who want to learn from you. If you look at the robust drive of Obama when he was talking, today Obama is a reference point. The robust drive of Mr. Churchill. People want to hear the words and drive them. If you hear the word of our late brother in South Africa, Mandela, people want to hear that and they are inspiration. So let our political class learn to be inspirational. When they make statements, they give deep thought into them before they make them. Not just talk them because you want people to clap for you. It's not a gallery business. It is simply a statement you will be made that history will record you for.
If I may quickly say, you know, we have been the one receiving the heat. You know, those of us in the APC and even our candidates, we have been the one receiving all the bullets. You say one thing, people crucify you, all manner of names, bullets are thrown, words are thrown. I think that this gospel should be preached to other parties to let them ease it up. We're here to campaign. We're here to offer Nigeria, tell Nigerians what we have to offer when we win the election. But not just throwing stones at us.
Sorry, listen, let me tell my brother. Sorry.
All right.
You see, the truth about it, no, just a moment.
Yeah.
This is just to put it in perspective. The truth about it is that you are currently leading Nigeria. A leader is when everybody wants to say something about. So don't be surprised when people are giving that kind of pebbles to you. Because you are currently the leader of the country. So everybody wants to make a statement so that to attract your attention, to make him relevant, that he has made a statement against the leader. Okay. And that statement cannot be made against somebody, some party who are not anywhere close by.
Okay.
So expect this, and of course work towards preparing your mind. What you said, oh, we don't want to respond. Fantastic. Okay. Do your job. Tell the people what you are and what you do. Like I said, what you say, where you are found, and what you do is fundamental. Fundamental. As a political party who is currently in power.
Okay, Ojo Mafido, you belong to another party, all right? Just to balance this discussion, of course, this comment, you heard the comment of APC presidential candidate. You have your own presidential candidate also. What do you feel about it?
Well, I guess the APC should be expecting more of what people are saying about their presidential candidates.
They should be expecting more?
Yeah, because we were all in this country in the year 2014 when the PDP was in power. We know what the presidential candidate then, Goodluck Jonathan, went through in the hands of the APC. We know what the wife, Patient Jonathan, went through then. Yeah. When she would say one thing, then the video...
That's a proportion.
It's part of TikTok now.
That's what I'm saying, sir. So it's like that. Like what that said that, first of all, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a member of the ruling party. Yeah. So they should be expecting more. At least yesterday I saw it online that when he went to Kaduna State and he was talking about El-Rufai, and he said El-Rufai is somebody that can make a worse situation bad, something like that. Instead of, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So, whatever he's saying right now, they should just be expecting more. And I'll start.
Don't you think that he's been misquoted or misconstrued, so to speak?
Not really. Like
okay, hold on.
What my brother said just now, that he's a workaholic. He's a very busy man. And you know, sometimes when you stress yourself too much, sometimes whatever you're saying or may not be coherent sometimes. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the presidential candidate of the APC is I don't know if he's overstressing himself. Probably. Maybe that's why all these states, because now, and the people that are even giving him this heat is not from the PDP. I guess it's from, I call them the NSAS movement.
The NSAS movement.
And they
wouldn't want to be called that.
I'm coming, sir. And they are they are in charge of the internet, social media platform. So once you, if you anything you say now, the only people that they don't really concentrate on is the PDP.
Okay. I will come back to you. Now, you want to react to what he said?
I can really relate to this, not just because he's my candidate. I'm just trying to be neutral here and say this. I'm a pastor. Yeah. And I tell people, talking is what I do for a living. I can talk from now till next tomorrow. I won't be tired. You're right. And sometimes in the midst of speaking, we make some mistakes. For example, during the primaries, I was describing when I came, I was trying to appreciate President Muhammadu Buhari for signing the not too young to run bill into law. Because I remember it was the issue with my party. They said, we can't give you ticket because you are not up to the age. So when he signed it, I was very happy. So I was trying to say 2018. I said 2008. People were chewing me up. Like, look at him, he's APC member, he's lying. How can he say 2008, he was 40 years old, he was 37? I said it was a mistake. I mean, I didn't mean to say 2000. I was here 2018. You know, I was running.
Yeah.
So I mistakenly said 2008. They threw me up. I remember a pastor called me. Why did you lie? I said, how can I be lying? It was a mistake that I made, and I'm 40. You know, I'm 41 now.
Yeah.
So people are saying maybe because he's whatever, you know, he's of age, that's why he's making such mistake. Me, I'm 40. The same thing. I was last week Tuesday. I was on channels, and I was talking about, you know, what was going on with my wife, the experience. I got married in 2009, so I was trying to describe what happened to my wife in 2009. I said 2019. I didn't even know. My wife said, we didn't get married in 2019. I said, oh my God. I'm trying to say 2009. These things happen to people. So it has happened to me. So it's not because he's of age, that's why it's happening to him, or he meant to say bad. It can happen to anyone. I experience it all the time. There are times I'm watching my messages after I finish preaching. I say, no, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say this. Probably out of the, you know, we talking all the time, giving speech, holding meetings every now and then. So if we start focusing on these little things, we're going to lose track. I understand what you're saying. It's only a ripe mango that attracts stone. Yes, but at the end of the day, let's get back on track. We have issues to address. We have insecurity issues. There are so many things going on right now in our state. Even looking at our Edo state, I hope I have an opportunity to talk about our road, the Benin, Ekpoma Road. Okay, these are issues we should be clamoring on, shouting on.
So you said that should be issue-based, not focus on personality.
I want to see issue-based. Let's challenge our candidates, what they have to offer. Let's hold them accountable. Talking about health, oh, you made a little mistake. We're not going to get anywhere. People are dying every day. Let's get back on track and focus on the issues.
All right. Well, you heard him. He said, let's get back on track and focus on the issue. How come some persons are just focusing on personalities?
No, let me give you this, my dear.
Yes.
You see, we can't all sleep and put our head on the same side.
Yes.
If I'm sleeping here, you are sleeping here, we're not on the same side. And no matter how we sleep closer, our dreams, I can't dream your dream, you can't dream my dream. And I cannot explain my dream more than your dream. Now let me give you a clear picture here. He had mentioned very clearly, yes, as human, to err is human, to forgive is divine. It is not out of place to hear mistakes. But why we always say that leadership should be conscious at every given time, because whatever he says, no matter how minute it is a news item. That is why you find out that leadership has to be always calm, so that it can make, when he makes statements, you can take them to the market and buy goods. Not statements you will make and people say, oh, I'm sorry, there was a mistake. Then they will say, okay, next time say, no, please don't go there because this man makes a statement this morning, tomorrow morning say he's sorry. That becomes a new name. A new name. So I will encourage our leaders to please be conscious that when they speak to us, especially on the media, they should be conscious at every given time. Because what they say and don't say can have a meaning to anybody who watches them. Not even now at the critical time of our political history. I'm an advocate that Nigerians begin to look at issues and not the man, the human being talking to you, but the issues involving your country. Who can articulate properly and tell you where we are going to go to? Who can give you a direction? Because who is a leader? Is a man who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way.
Knows the way, holds the way, and shows the way.
That is the proper definition of who is a leader. So if a leader does not know the way, he cannot show the way, and he cannot go the way. So that's what I'm saying here, that before we go into the detailed discussions, it is imperative that everybody on this running today must be conscious that anything he says, sometimes even your bedroom statement can make a media talk. Can you believe this? There was a time Bush, when he was contesting, the senior Bush, when he was contesting, God bless his soul, what happens? They went and dug into his history and said that Bush stole meat in a mother's pot. Now, how does that have to do with the American dream? But somebody took that into the popular, and people were just talking, you know. So for me, in political arena, if you don't want people to discuss you, don't go into politics. One of the most troubled waters and dirty waters in the world, not even Nigeria, is politics.
Okay. All right. Let me come to you, Jomafido. A friend of mine said, look, we have, whether you believe it or not, this is a three-horse race. We have the ruling party, APC, we have the PDP, and of course we have the Labour Party. If you take a look at the candidates, somewhere along the line of tasted office, maybe not of the same political party, maybe of the political party before the merger came, before the switch, you just name it, they've been there through thick and thin. They have the same manifesto, the same agenda. How do you think Nigeria will receive their manifesto, knowing fully well that they've been campaigning with the same thing since 1999, whether APC, PDP, or Labour Party? Over to you.
For me, all the candidates right now that are contesting for the presidency, and all the political parties, I guess it's only the PDP that is ready and that is serious.
You're speaking because you're a member of the PDP.
I don't know, probably.
You are a member, don't deny this, you're a member of the PDP, he's a member of the APC.
You know why? Campaigners, INEC has already, the campaign timetable is out, and then it's only the PDP that has already started campaigning. Like the opposition, the ruling party, they've suspended their campaign flag off indefinitely. Though I'm hearing that they will start off their campaign in Kwara State. While the Labour Party, they are still looking for some state directors who will feed the campaign committee position. I don't know. So, but it's only the PDP for me that is ready, and that for me that are really serious about this election. Over
to you now, Alex.
Let's not even.
What he said, the APC they put the campaign on hold indefinitely until they fine-tune modalities, and of course the Labour Party, they have hitches also talking about members to constitute the party. Why for? I think that's about it. So what have to say about that?
Let's not even talk about the PDP. The PDP are not even right. What are you talking about, PDP? In my books, this election is between party, APC, and Labour Party.
In your books?
Yes.
Okay, not in the books of Nigerians.
I'm the one speaking,
all
so
right.
I have the floor. I'm just saying my
your opinion. Go ahead.
What I'm saying. And clearly, we are going to win this election, no doubt about it.
You're not INEC. You are not INEC, please.
I said we are going to win because we are going to canvass our people to vote, and we're going to win. That's
well, let the day come and let INEC decide.
INEC does not decide who wins. Nigerians decide who wins.
Of course.
INEC announce who wins. So I'm saying our people are going to vote, Nigerians are going to vote, and we're going to win the election. Now, the point is, the issue of PDP, flagging up their campaign, the ban was just lifted about 2 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we have enough time. Remember, this is the first time we're having over 150 days to campaign. So it's not unlike before where you have just 90 days to campaign. Now we have so much time. So the 1 or 2 weeks we're putting things together doesn't mean the things are not going well. Mind you, we were 23 candidates, presidential candidates who attended, who campaigned and went for the primaries. And yet, we've not had issues, unlike PDP, where the roof is on fire. People are, let's not even talk about PDP. We are going to come out strong. The presidential campaign list was out. They needed to have the party needed to have more input. Some interest came in. They want to add more people to get it, because we're talking about over 200 million people. 400 of us was just too small to put things together. That's exactly what's going on. And a few days from now, the list is going to be out. We're going to flag off, and campaign will begin. So the fact that we did not start the very day other people started doesn't mean we're not doing anything. To me, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to to that.
Over to you now, sir, because he said they have this confidence that they're going to win. He said they've decided already they're going to win. What's your take on this?
A unifier can't even unify his own party.
Hold on now. I will come back to you. I'll come back to you, Alex, please.
Yes, Wilson, I want to give you this for free.
Yes.
What am I expecting? Nothing more than what I'm seeing here. no, just a moment. Just a moment, my dear. No, just a moment.
Hold on. He has the floor.
See,
he has the floor. You react.
Why am I saying that?
Yes.
All political parties want to win election. And the reason why they went to contest was, I want to win. Nobody will tell you I'm not going to win election. Otherwise, why is he going there? There was no reason. Okay? So everybody's interest to contest was started from the very beginning on the primaries. For the men to put their, as I said, my heart on the ring, means that he wants to contest. And what that means that he wants to win. Even the smallest party in Nigeria had believed that he was going to win the election. Otherwise, it would be foolhardy to just go for election, to say, I want to be a candidate, without thinking I'm going to win. So for me, that is not an issue. I understand this issues going on, whether PDP or APC or LP, everybody wants to win the election. Now, but what I want to say here is this, is that I want to talk to Nigerians. Nigeria should be looking at the political party discussions and what are the kernel of their presentation to us. What is the future do we have in mind? Do we have a future as Nigerians? What future do we have in mind? Which of this party have what it takes from their discussion to contemplate? But let me give you this very freely. The three of them have been in government, like you rightly mentioned. That is quite incorrectly. The three of them have a history. The three of them have a background. So Nigerians begin to look at the background of individuals, because there's no way a man can change his skin at old age, except nature changes his skin. A leopard cannot go and wear the skin of a lion. No, it's a leopard. So, for me, let us look at their history and judge them by their historical trends.
Historical trend.
Trend to show us exactly who they are. Because by the time you take a man wants to become leader, he must give you sweet stories. He must paint the house for you. He must give you different colors and tell you all kind of stories to make you feel that, oh, this is a great man. But who is he? You cannot change your history now at this age. You don't have a history already trending. It's like a man asking me, do I know Wilson? If I say yes, that means I have taken my mind back to Wilson's history. Who was Wilson at age XYZ? What was he doing in secondary school? What did he do in university? What were his own pedigree? What has he done in life? What are his performance indicators? Then at that level, I can now say, this is a man. How many people have Wilson assisted? Have Wilson be part of growing time? Was it that Wilson is me, myself, and my family alone? Or Wilson is talking about the nation? Or talking about his friends? Because the beauty of life is this, is that your friendship are part of your assets. You know what I'm saying? Why today some countries are talking about some people in Nigeria is because of what those people have done for them in their own history.
All right.
The same thing you will do tomorrow. If you are talking to somebody and you tell somebody, oh, when you see the man, oh, that man is a great man. You say, how did you know him? You say, oh, he's a great man. You say, why? You say, in my university days, he was XYZ.
All right.
So let Nigerians refer their mind to each of these individuals. Like somebody said, 3 people are running. But for me, 18 of them are running.
It's a political parties,
are running. So let us not demean them.
Okay.
But the truth is this, is that Nigerians should begin to look at no longer the issue of what I'm seeing on screen. It's not a film show. But let us look at who is this man.
All right. I will come back to you. Well, you heard him. Now, both of you are saying that your party is going to, but there's an important person missing in your party according to a report, the Wike factor. Is it going to affect your party positively or negatively? Take it up from there as campaign kicks off.
Wike is not a problem for the PDP. Wike is, in fact, Wike himself is PDP, let me put it like that. So now, before the election, I know they will definitely settle their differences. So if we are looking at that, the fact that someone like Amechi is not talking, but from his body language, you know, he's not with the APC to some extent, like he's not with the candidate. So there's no political party, any major political party that would not have maybe their differences. I don't know if you understand. So now, like what Oga was saying just now, that we should look at their history and all that. But he also made mention of George Bush, the senior. Just now that when he was contesting, someone said he stole
meat from his mother's
sport. So if you have to look at his history then, you're not even, he was not supposed to be the president, because definitely where he was coming from. So now what I'm saying is, if we are to start looking at everybody's history, even you that is here probably will have something to say about you. Me, I'm not saying maybe because this person is where he's coming from, this is what he did then. What I'm saying is, I know my candidate, our political party candidates, I know he's going to, I know, like what he said he wants to rule this country, not for himself anymore, because he has already acquired everything he wants for himself and his own generation.
Some call him unified, that can't unify his party.
No. What do you expect him to do? What do you expect him to do? Wike has already made up his mind. If Ayu is to leave tomorrow, Wike will look for something else to start a fresh trouble in that same party.
All right, fine. Okay, fine. Let's leave you at that for now. I will come back to you on the Wike factor. Let's take a look at the Muslim ticket. Someone saying that may work against your party. What do you feel about it?
Yes, when the Muslim ticket happened, if you watch the primaries, I was the only candidate who addressed that issue. I was the only aspirant who boldly stood on the national stage and spoke against Muslim. And for weeks after the primaries, I was against it. I'm a pastor, I'm a Christian. Not just because I'm a Christian. If it was the other way around, I would have still spoken against it. Until I began to, people began to speak to me. I began to ask questions. We were looking at the mathematics. We were looking at, when it became clear that this is not an issue or an agenda to sideline the Christian, I said, okay, as Christians now, we must look the other way. We must use wisdom in addressing this issue. Shetima was not chosen, and I've said it to the party, and I've even said it to our presidential candidate. He was not chosen because he's the only capable person in the North. There are capable people who are even Christians. He was not chosen because there's no other person in the North who can do that job. But of course, the candidate has his own preference, his own choice. But the issue with the Muslim is because, in Nigeria today, which is something we all, the media, everybody, we have to address this issue. The Christians in the North are considered minority, while the Muslims in the South are considered minority. I don't know who did it. I don't know why we got to this place, because the last time I checked, it's the same Jesus our Christian brothers in the North are calling. That's the same we in the South are calling. It's the same Prophet Muhammad that those in the South is their prophet. It's the same in the North. But it has been divided. And it will be very unwise to have two minorities in the ticket. You're there to lose that election. You may not see it from that angle. It took me weeks. I spoke against this. I was a member of the party. I vehemently stood against it. And I was ready to do that until the day of the election. Until my eyes were open to understand that you cannot have two minorities. And now for us as Christians, one of the messages I have for us is very simple. And this is the first place I'm going to be saying this publicly. We have to be very smart, and we have to be very wise as Christians. And CAN and PFN should be very smart and wise. You say, what are you saying? I'm saying, let's not leave this party and just down to the song, whatever song you think they are playing, and just dance to it. In other words, what happens if APC win and all of us are out of the game? Now it becomes a Muslim thing. Whatever you think that agenda is, you are the one actually enforcing it. But I can tell you, constitutionally, in any way you think about it, Nigeria cannot be Islamized. So let's just throw that out of the window. There is no way. It is not possible.